Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will show you how to make these adorable minions. We're going to start with a magic ring. So we're going to wrap the yarn around the fingers. When you flip it, there will be two lines. We're going to slide the hook under the first one, then hook into the second one. Then we're going to make a chain, and that is a magic ring. Next, we are going to make single crochet. So we're going to insert the hook into the ring, yarn over and pull the yarn out, yarn over again, and pull the yarn through the loops. That is one single crochet. Since we need to make 6 single crochet for the first round, we are going to make 5 more. Once you have 6 single crochet, you can pull the yarn to close the ring. And for this tutorial, we are going to end every round with a slip stitch and start a new round with a chain. So after making 6 single crochet, we are going to make a slip stitch. And that is the end of round 1. And to start the second round, we are going to make a chain first. And then still on the same stitch, we are going to make an increase. That means we have to make 2 single crochet in one stitch. So we're going to start with a single crochet first. Then still on the same stitch, we are going to make another single crochet. And that is an increase. And for this round, we are going to make increase for the whole round. Once you're done making increase for the whole round, you can make a slip stitch on the very first stitch. And that is the end of the second round. Continue to round 3, we are going to start with a chain. Then still on the same stitch, we are going to make a single crochet. And then on the next stitch, we are going to make an increase. And that's the pattern for this round, a single crochet and an increase. We're going to repeat this pattern until we reach the end of the round. Make a slip stitch to finish the round. Then we're going to start with a chain. Then we're going to make 2 single crochet. Continue with an increase on the next stitch. And that is the pattern for this round. 2 single crochet and an increase. We're going to repeat this pattern until we reach the end of the round. Make a slip stitch to finish the round. And we're going to continue into the next round. We're going to start with a chain. Then we're going to make 3 single crochet. And then on the next stitch, we are going to make an increase. And that's the pattern for this round. 3 single crochet and an increase. We're going to repeat this pattern until we reach the end of the round. Make a slip stitch to finish the round. And then for round 6 until round 9, we're going to follow the same pattern. We're going to start with a chain. Then we're just going to make a single crochet for every single stitch until we reach round 9. This is what it's going to look like so far. And before finishing round 9, we are going to change the yarn. We are going to change into a blue yarn. Using the blue yarn, we are going to make a slip stitch on the first stitch. And that is the end of round 9. We're going to continue into round 10. We're going to start with a chain. And for this round, we're just going to make a single crochet for every single stitch. Make a slip stitch to finish the round. And we're going to continue to round 11. Start with a chain. And then we're going to make 11 single crochet. After 11 single crochet, we are going to change back into the yellow yarn. And then on the next stitch, we are going to make a bubble stitch. And to make a bubble stitch, we're going to wrap the yarn around the hook, insert it into the stitch, yarn over and pull the yarn out, yarn over again, and pull it through the first and the second loops. And now we have 2 loops on the hook. Then we're going to repeat the same step. So wrap the yarn around the hook, insert it into the stitch, yarn over and pull the yarn out, yarn over again and pull it through the first and the second loops. Now we have 3 loops on the hook. We're going to repeat the same step until we have 5 loops on the hook. Once you have 5 loops on the hook, we're going to change back into the blue yarn. We're going to yarn over and pull it through all the loops. Using the blue yarn, we are going to continue with 6 single crochet. After 6 single crochet, we're going to change back into the yellow yarn. And then on the next stitch we are going to make another bubble stitch. Change into the blue yarn. Then we're going to continue with 11 single crochet. Since we no longer need the yellow yarn, we can cut it off and secure the end. We're going to make a slip stitch to finish the round. Then for the next round, we're going to start with a chain. And then for round 12, we're just going to make a single crochet for each stitch. Make a slip stitch to finish the round. And we're going to continue to the next round. We're going to start with a chain. Then we're going to make 3 single crochet. Next, we're going to make a decrease, and to make a decrease, we're going to insert the hook into the front loop of the stitch and also the front loop of the next stitch as well. Yarn over and pull the yarn out. Yarn over again and pull it through the loops. That is a decrease. And for this round, we're going to use the pattern of 3 single crochet and a decrease until we reach the end of the round. Make a slip stitch to finish the round. And for round 14, we're going to start with a chain. Then we're going to make 2 single crochet. Then we're going to make a decrease. And that's the pattern of this round. 2 single crochet and a decrease. We're going to repeat this pattern until we reach the end of the round. Next, you can insert the stuffing. Then we're going to continue to round 15. We're going to start with a chain. Then we're going to make a single crochet. Next, we are going to make a decrease. And that's the pattern for this round. A single crochet and a decrease. We're going to repeat this pattern until we reach the end of the round. For the last round, we are going to start with a chain. Then we're going to make the crease for the whole round. We're going to make a slip stitch for the last time. Then we can cut the yarn and weave in the end. And we are done with the body. Next we're going to make the eye and the glasses. To make the eye we are going to use white yarn, but for this video I'm going to use this brown yarn to make it more visible on the camera. To make the eye we are going to start with another magic ring. Then we're going to make 8 single crochet. Pull the yarn to close the ring, and we are going to change into the gray yarn. Make a slip stitch to finish the round. And then for the next round we're going to start with a chain. And for this round we're going to make a single crochet for each stitch. Make a slip stitch to finish the round. And we are done. You can cut the yarn and weave in the end. We're going to push the middle part inside so that the outer part, which is the gray yarn, is more visible to us. And then we're going to insert the eyes. I'm using size 5mm. And then depending on which minion you want to make, you can make 1 or 2 eyes. And we are going to place the eyes on between round 7 and round 8. And then next we are going to make the glasses string that goes around the head. And we are going to make a slip knot. So wrap the yarn around the fingers. When you flip it, there will be 2 lines. We're going to slide the hook under the first line, then hook into the second one. Then we're going to hold the tip of the yarn and we can pull on both sides, and that is a slip knot. Then we're going to make chains until it is long enough to wrap around the head. Once it's long enough, you can cut the yarn. And that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know which character should I make next. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!